Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another session of reflections. I'm sorry we are starting somewhat late this morning. As I said before, the whole essence of our morning cookery classes is something basic, something very simple, something that you can do in a hurry. And again, it's to help some of our people who really don't like cooking that much. Some people are intimidated by cooking. They feel that it's too much hassle, it's too much bother, they feel it's somewhat complicated. So the essence of this is just a little something that you can quickly do. And like I said, I want to be able to equip you with basic information that will help you to be able to build. You can build from that. So in the past few weeks, we've taught you how to make akara. We've done bread. And the first time I made bread was when I showed you. I've improved since then. And we haven't been buying bread in my house anymore. I've been making all the bread. So of course, practice makes perfect. Now also we've learned how to make obeila asipo. And I love my own obeila asipo with some vegetable. So we've made it that way. And we've also made, we made egusi last week. That was pretty exciting. And I've had people call them and say, oh, we tried, well, again, for the egusi, it takes a little time, and I don't always get it either. It takes a particular skill, but the more you cook, the easier it gets for you to get that consistency in egusi. So this morning, I'm going to just teach us basic Riro. Now, when I preparing for this morning, I just remembered my grandmother. She died, I think, at 104. And I remember when we would go home to the countryside from the city, immediately we arrived, there's a certain vegetable, it's pumpkin leaves that they have not the regular ones, that they have in the village. We call it elegede. It's special and unique to where I originally come from that particular little locality where I come from. It's called elegede. And Mama had a way of preparing it. By the time she finished with it, it was not soggy, it would be crunchy. Crunchy as you eat it, and really dry. And from where I come from originally, that is how efo is prepared. Efo is vegetable. Efo is generic for vegetable. And so it could be all kinds of efo. This morning I'm going to be making spinach. I don't have elegede. I'll have to go back home to get elegede. So I'm a little nostalgic for elegede. I also miss my grandmom this morning, but it's all right. So this morning we'll do a Riro. Very simple. The 10 basic ingredients. You've got your bell pepper. You've got your tomato. You've got your onions. So I'm just going to quickly blend the pepper. And you don't want to put in too much water. So this is what you need. The onions, the tomatoes, the bell pepper, and if you like some hot stuff, you can also put it in there. Here is the vegetable. Here is the spinach. It's actually, I didn't cut it. I don't like, for my Riro, I don't like small leaves. But you might want it chopped and make it small. But for me, I like it, I don't like it, I like the leaf big because, again, spinach shrinks. I've got some locust beans, some salt, and some ground crayfish. Again, like I said, I usually don't use what we call Maggi. But when you use the locust beans, you get really nice, and the crayfish gives it a nice, lovely aroma. So I'm just going to go ahead now, and I'm going to put a little oil in the stove. And in the last few weeks, we've talked about a couple things. We talked about fear in reflections. I hope you've been joining me on the Monday to Friday reflections. Just a little oil. You don't want to use too much oil. Very little oil. Just enough to, just enough for the base of the pot, not to be, just to oil the base of the pot. You also want to eat healthy. So in the last few weeks, we've talked about fear, we've talked about crisis, we've also talked about about preparation. And this past week, we started to talk about wisdom. And we said that by wisdom, a house is built. And by understanding, it is established. So, today, I just want us to, I just said that so that you'll be able to know to call in. On a regular basis, for reflections in the morning, we've been learning a lot. And it's just been an encouraging time for all of us, because it's been an encouraging time for all of us because we have been going through a couple things, you know, as individuals, as a nation, as families. And so, you know, every word of encouragement goes a long way. Every word of encouragement goes a long way. So please call in the mornings, and I can assure you that you will be blessed. So I'm just going to slice my onions, just a little onion in the, and make it like I have taught you. You want it to be golden brown. You want to saute it a little. Don't let it get burnt. Just a little golden brown, and you'll be good. Just slice it in. It gives a nice aroma. So like I said, I already cut up my vegetable. Is my water boiled? Yes. Yes, sounds good. So while that is going on, I'm going to quickly blend my my pepper, so that you don't want it to be too smooth, just a little chunky. So here we go. You will say I keep using the word chunky all the time. Yeah. For this particular Riro, sometimes you just don't want the. So I'm just going to all right. So that's good. It's just all right. I'm waiting for this to brown a little. I've got my smoked fish. I'm not going to use all of it. So that's a smoked fish. I already cleaned it out. And for those of us who want to eat healthy, you know, that might be a way to go. Now, some people are allergic to seafood. If you are allergic to seafood, you don't need to put smoked fish. You can just make your or you can just make them plain. The good thing about Riro is that it's simple, it's basic. And if you are actually watching your weight, you can just eat it without even putting anything. No carbohydrates on the side. It's a full meal on its own. And I love vegetables. So I'm just going to put in my locust beans, my crayfish. It's going to give me that nice aroma before I put in my ground stock. So while that is going on, this is ready. I can just go ahead and put it in. I don't want to use too much because I want my vegetable dry. I don't want it soggy. So I'm not going to use a lot. I want it to turn out dry. Just a little blended condiments to just give it some taste. That's all. I'm going to leave this until this really gets dry. And traditionally, the way my grandma used to make it, she won't even put anything. She won't put the fish or anything. She will just make it dry like that. And then we just eat the vegetable. It's like a snack, but it's a very healthy snack. But then again, you can also use it. You can use it with rice. You can use it with your fufu. Last time somebody said, what is fufu? It's your brown flour, your semovita, your all that good stuff, your cassava flour, all that. I'm going to put just a little fish in here, just a little, because the way to do the Riro, really and truly, traditionally, is without anything. It's a very simple meal, very healthy meal. And please, immediately after this session, stay tuned. I have one of my lovely young ladies. She's a nurse practitioner, and she's just going to be telling us about how to handle stress during this time. So immediately I'm done, just stay tuned. I'm just going to put on her already recorded video. Her name is Dami. So Dami will be talking to you. She's a nurse practitioner, and she will be talking to you about how to handle stress during this time. So that is, my stuff is going to dry very soon. Once all that water is dry, my vegetable will be ready to go. Tasting nice. Very, very simple, very, very easy, no stress. Now, here's my vegetable. I want to do it the way my grandmother does it, which is she'll pour water in it and squeeze it until it's dry. But when I do mine, if I want to really eat, I don't. I just put my vegetable in straight. And because of the way spinach is, it gets soggy. But I want to do it the way she does it for you this morning. So you will see what it looks like. My water has boiled already. And because spinach is really, really tender, I don't want it to be too hot. So I don't want it to stay in the water for too long. So I'm just going to blanch it a little, just a little, to make it wilt. To make it wilt. I'm not getting what I want, so I'm going to put it in the water, just to make it wilt a little. Because I don't want to lose all the nutrients in it. I don't want all the nutrients to just disappear with the water. So I don't think my water really boiled, but it's okay. So today's vegetable is not going to be as dry as it should be. Ordinarily, it should really wilt, so that by the time you squeeze it out, it's like two tiny balls. But this didn't. The water didn't boil so much, which is all right. You squeeze out all the water, and that's how you get it to be truly dry when you cook it. So I'm waiting for this to dry. I don't want any. I want it to really dry. Don't let it burn. You can see it's really dry. Because like I said, so It's a very simple meal, very unpretentious. And you just sit and, you know, it just gives your vegetables that nice taste. So for those who just don't like eating salad, you know you should be eating your salad, you just don't like it, you feel that, oh, it doesn't have that taste, you are really not into, what do you call it, into the vinaigrette, you are not into the salad dressing, you know, cooked vegetable. This would be a way to go. And look, it's ready for my vegetable. It is smelling so good. Now, this may not be the Riro that you are used to, all my city girls. The Riro you are used to is the one that has the oil on one side, the pepper on one side, all the meats, different meats, the shrimp, the, you know. But this is village Riro. You know, in those days, we really didn't eat a lot of meat in the village. And there you go. And like I said, you don't want to overcook your vegetable. You want it to be green, bright green. Oh wow, it did work out after all. I thought that the water and the spinach was going to make it all soggy, but it's fine. So there you go. Your vegetable is wilted. And like I said, I like my vegetables big. And please don't let your vegetables stay too long on the stove. You see how nice and green it looks? Looking nice and green. And there we go. Doesn't that look really good? Looking green, bright, healthy. This is the way you want to eat your vegetables. Simple. And you can have that plate full. And that's dinner. That's dinner for you. Or lunch. And you are good. Probably dinner, you go to bed. If you are mindful of your weight. Looking nice, and I'm going to have a taste of it. I hope you can hear the crunchy when I put it in my mouth. Can you hear the crunch? That is good Riro. I give myself 110%. All right then. So that's Riro for today. Please stay tuned. My young lady, Dami, is going to be talking to us about our health during this season. Please keep healthy, eat healthy, exercise. Let your mind be at rest, at peace in God. And just fill your mind with the word. Fill your mind with the word. And the peace of God will keep you. The peace of God will guard you. The peace of God will sustain you in the name of the Lord Jesus. Don't forget to join me again Monday morning on Reflections, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Share, like us on Facebook. Just let your friends, your contacts know. Also, if you don't have a home church, join me in the morning tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time on RCCG Living Spring for our Sunday service. God bless you real good. Enjoy your Riro. Stay tuned. Dami is coming on in a moment. It's Funmi Obilana.